Alrighty, folks, so I'm back home now, and yeah, here is the Flying Scotsman, and yeah, before I got this one, there was only one Flying Scotsman that I had, which was the Flying Scotsman from the Great Race. It was a Trackmaster 2 Flying Scotsman from the Great Race, and I got that at a Target in 2017, I believe, or maybe late 2016, I don't know. Late 2016 or early 2017 I got, I don't know. Yeah, 2016 or 2017 I got, I don't know. But anyhow, yeah. Since that was the only Flying Scotsman that I had for so many years, that now many years later, I now have a second Flying Scotsman. So now I have two Flying Scotsmans. Two Flying Scotsmans I have now, folks, all right? Two Flying Scotsmen. Two Flying Scotsmans now I have. Two Flying Scotsmans I now have. Two Flying Scotsmans I now have. One that's a Trackmaster 2 from the Great Race, and one of the to represent the 80th anniversary classic Flying Scotsman. It's a motorized one for the new range of the CGI version of 2025, new for 2025. And yeah, so now this is my second Flying Scotsman, and when the Bachmann Flying Scotsman comes out in HO scale, that one will be my third Flying Scotsman. If I end up not getting another Flying Scotsman of like anything or whatever, though, of the things that I stick with, and like I've mentioned in many videos before, which you guys know what I mean, and I won't repeat myself again, that yeah, but most likely when I get Bachmann, mostly when I get Bachmann HO Flying Scotsman, when it comes out next year or two, when it comes out, that'll be my third Flying Scotsman that I'll get. So yeah. And yeah, so now I can say that I now have 5 of the new 80th anniversary CGI Thomas and Friends motorized range, new for 2025. I now have 5 of them total. Day Out with Thomas 2025, right there. And then Classic Thomas, right there. Classic James. Classic Gordon, oh boy. And now Classic Flying Scotsman. So yeah, that's 5 total that I have, that I just said. And since I have 5 now of the new motorized ones to represent the 80th anniversary of the CGI style and everything, the CGI line. Yeah, the CGI line. Now that I have 5 of those, of the new ones that represent the 80th anniversary of the new CGI line, Trains of Thomas and Friends, new for 2025. Now that I have 5 of those, yes, now that I have 5 of them, that, like I said before, but let me just please go ahead and say it one more time. That since I now have 5 of them, that there's 4 more. There is 4 more that I want. 4 more I want. And the 4 more that I want are the ones, the 4 more that I want are the ones that I'm interested in, folks, for this new line. And that is Talking Classic Thomas. That comes with Annie and Clarabelle. Thomas. That comes with 1 rolling stock. Percy. That comes with 1 rolling stock. And Duck. That comes with 1 rolling stock as well. So yeah, it's those 4 that I'm interested in and I want to collect. And basically, out of the whole entire range, out of the whole entire new 2025 CGI 80th Anniversary Motorized range, this new line right here, out of all of them, that it's Classic Thomas, Classic Gordon, Classic Talking Thomas, Thomas, that comes with 1 rolling stock, Percy, that comes with 1 rolling stock, and Duck, that comes with 1 rolling stock. That it's those 6 that I'm interested in out of the whole entire range, and those were the only 6 that I was planning to get. And even the happy birthday Thomas right here for the Day Out with Thomas 2025. I was planning to get this one too, but I wasn't sure yet though. But I knew it was a limited edition, like it was for a limited time and you can only get it at a certain place, so that's why I grabbed it. So yeah. So yeah, that is that. So since I said that, so basically now that I have now that I have 2 out of the 6, so now that I have 2 that I'm interested in, because folks, I was only planning to get 6 of them, all right? I was only planning to get 6 of the new, I was only planning to get 6 new trains from this new line and everything of the 80th anniversary ones, the CGI, new for 2025 this year. I was only planning to get 6 of them. And those 6 I was planning to get were the 6 that I was only interested in out of them all for this new range and everything. Yeah, so Classic Thomas and Classic Gordon. Now that I have those 2 out of the 6 that I'm interested in, that the other 4 that I'm interested in, such as Classic Talking Thomas, that comes with Annie and Clarabelle, Thomas, that comes with 1 rolling stock, Percy, that comes with 1 rolling stock, and Duck, that comes with 1 rolling stock, that those 4 that I just mentioned again and again, that those 4 that I mentioned again, that I was only planning I was only planning to get those four as well. I was only planning to get those four as well, just like I was planning to only get Classic Gordon and Classic Thomas only. I was only planning to have only those six now that I'm older into like model trains now and everything. So yeah, that was my plan, folks, was to only have six of those. Only those six. And then, I mean, in Dale with Thomas 2025, I mean, that's different though, because that one was for a limited time only, and you could only get that at a Dale with Thomas. So that's why I quickly grabbed it. So yeah, because like since that was a limited time, like things like that were limited time, I knew I had to get it. Whether you can only get it at a Dale with Thomas or somewhere else where it's only available for a limited time and you can't get it elsewhere or it's hard to find or whatever. I don't know that. But more if it's a limited time. That yeah, this you could only get at a Dale with Thomas only. Only you can get that one at a Dale with Thomas, so that's why I got it. And that one right there, um, that Tommy one right there, I that was a limited time as well that I got from Japan. So that's why I went ahead and got that one too that you're seeing right there from Tommy, because that was only for a limited time only. So I said to myself, well, since it's a limited time and it's a very special edition, it looks so cool, I gotta get it. And yeah, because yeah, they're never gonna sell those again after this year. So that's why I got that. Just like how I had to get this one too and everything. So yeah. All right, now that I said everything that I had to say, that yeah, so yeah, like James I never planned to get. All right. I was never planning to get James. I was not interested in James at all. And I'm still not interested in James to this day, but I only got him because well, I only got him yesterday for why I said it, cuz 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 I think they had a sale on him or something, or no, Walmart was like selling James for like $10. And same with them Thomas, like Classic Thomas and Classic Gordon yesterday too, when I got all three of them along with Classic James, that my mom said, and there was only one James available too. So my mom said, no, I'll just get them. So I ended up getting them. So yeah. Yeah, even though he's not one of my favorites, James, out of this range, that um yeah, even though James is not my favorite out of this entire range, that yeah, even though James is not my favorite out of this entire range, that all I can say though is that at least I got him though. Just to say that I have him though, but then again, it's not like with the model trains with like Bachman and everything with the four scales that I always talk about and everything of the ones that are my favorites or not my favorites, because it's not like that though. So yeah, and even Flying Scotsman right here too. Now, I mean I was kind of interested in Flying Scotsman, but not really though. But because basically, because you guys really know what I mean, that the only six that I wanted was Classic Thomas, Classic Gordon, which I now have Classic Thomas and Classic Gordon. That that I also wanted to have only Talking Classic Thomas at come with Annie and Clarabelle. Yeah, Talking Classic Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle. I wanted regular Thomas, regular Percy, and regular Duck. which Thomas, Percy, and Duck, they each come with their own rolling stock. One rolling stock each. Those were the only 6 I was planning to get since I'm into model trains now and I don't do Trackmaster as much as I used to anymore, or Motorized, whatever the name is now. But yeah, but yeah, and but James though, even though I ended up getting James though, which wasn't the plan, but hey, at least I have him now. But yeah, he doesn't have to be my favorite, but it is what it is. And same thing with Flying Scotsman. That today when I went to another Walmart that was also 40 minutes away from me, that that I was only going out there today just to see if I could find the other 4 that I'm interested in. Now that I have found Classic Thomas and Classic Gordon that I'm interested in, along with those other 4, which you guys already know what I mean, because I went out to that Walmart today that was 40 minutes away from me because I wanted to see for myself if those other 4 that I'm interested in were there. And they weren't, but I ended up finding Flying Scotsman. There was only one available, so just like how yesterday there was only one James available, so then so then I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm getting it. I'm just gonna get it. Why not? So yeah. So I got Flying Scotsman, and I mean I thought about getting a Flying Scotsman before, but then I'm like, you know what? Um I don't really know though. If I do get Flying Scotsman, then he probably wouldn't be considered one of my favorites or whatever. I don't know, but but Flying Scotsman and James, yes, they are my favorite characters. But just for like this new line or whatever, for the 80th anniversary, the CGI one's new for this year or 2025. I just wasn't sure how I felt about them and everything, but yeah. All right. Now that I said everything that I had to say and everything and all that. So yeah, basically let me say this, and I promise you I will stop repeating myself even when the next video starts after this one. I will not repeat myself. I promise, okay? I promise, promise, promise. All right, I promise. So, one more time, and then I promise I'll stop after this. Um, so now that I have 5, that once I find the 4 that I'm interested in, that I don't have to mention it again because you guys already know what they are. Once I find the other 4, yeah, once I find the 4 that I'm interested in, which you guys know is Talking Classic Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle. Yeah, you guys know it's the 4 that I'm interested in. That once I find those 4 that I'm interested in, that's Talking Classic Thomas, Thomas with 1 rolling stock, Percy with 1 rolling stock, and Duck with 1 rolling stock. That once I find those 4 that I'm interested in, that as soon as I have all 4 of those that I'm interested in, that'll mean that I'll have 9 of the new ones total. I'll have 9 of them total, which will be those 4, these 4 right here, and Flying Scotsman right here. So that'll be a total of 9. All right, that'll be a total of 9 trains of the new Thomas and Friends Motorized CGI 80th anniversary line, new for 2025, or the CGI line, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that'll be 9 total, folks, that I'll have for this part of the collection. 9 total once I have all 4 of those. Once I have those 4 that I'm interested in. So yeah. hopefully I find them someday, and hopefully they're on store shelves at a Walmart or Target or something. And yeah, hopefully I can find those other four. And then, yeah, because once I find those four that I'm interested in, or should I say other four or whatever that I'm interested in, I don't know, but yeah, either way, how I say it, that yeah, after I find them, then because yeah, like once I have them, then that'll equal 9 total trains of Thomas and Friends that I have for the new line and everything for the 80th anniversary. The 80th anniversary ones. That'll mean I'll have 9 total. 9 total. And after I find those four and have all four of them, because once I have all four of them, and then that'll mean that not only will I have 9 of these in total, that I'm also not gonna be collecting any more of the new I'm not gonna be collecting any of the other ones that this new range has to offer, such as like Nia, and I think there's a classic Percy too, and like and same with the launch and barrel delivery set and more. Yeah, like, if there's a classic Percy, I'm not getting it or whatever, and yeah, same thing with Nia, the launch and barrel delivery set. But mostly, all I'll say though is that yeah, everything else that this new line has to offer, I will not be collecting, including the launch and barrel delivery set, if that's what it's called. That I'm not collecting that at all. So yeah, because once I have the other four that I want, yeah, once I have the other four that I want, folks, then that'll mean I'll have 9 of them, 9 of these total. So yeah, that'll mean I'll have 9 total once I find those four that I'm interested in. So yeah. And then basically, yeah, once I have all four of those, then that'll mean that I have 9 total for this new range. And once I have those four, that I'm done collecting. I'm done collecting them after I find those four. So yeah, I'm done collecting them after them. After I collect those four, yes, after I collect those four, I'm done collecting the range and everything. I'm done collecting Trackmaster or Motorized because you know me, guys. I'm into model trains now big time. So yeah. Okay. All right, I said everything I had to say. So yeah, let's unbox the Flying Scotsman.